My name is James Spencer, and the following video is a student video for Dr. McGlamory's Angelo State University Summer School Counseling class.
Frustrated today because I don't like working with my coworkers.
The coworkers, is it, excuse me, is it the job itself, or is it the coworkers?
No, it's the people I work with. I feel like they don't like me, and sometimes they don't talk to me, sometimes they ignore me, they don't take me into consideration when they make plans to go have lunch or.
Okay, so what I hear is that you feel neglected at work and that you feel like you're not valued. Can you give me like a specific example, maybe something that recently happened to illustrate?
Yesterday, everybody was having lunch at one of the big offices, and nobody asked me if I wanted to join. Nobody invited me.
Okay, and how does this hardship at work affect your personal life? Do you feel it affects you outside of the office, or do you feel like you can leave it at the office?
No, I feel that it affects me with my everyday life.
Everyday life?
Yeah, I keep thinking about that, and why don't they like me, or what did I do wrong, or why is this happening to me?
Okay, so what I hear is that you wonder why you. Am I understanding you correctly?
Yeah, I just wonder what I did wrong.
What you did wrong? Do you feel like you do your job well?
I don't think it's about my job. I think I do my job really well. I feel that it's that they don't like me as a person.
Okay.
It's not about how I do my job.
Okay. Have you made efforts to try and fix these personality conflicts, or have you made any effort to try and get to know the people better?
Well, I try to make conversation and just ask about their personal life
Okay.
and just smile at everybody, but besides that, I don't know what else to do.
Okay. So what I hear is that you do make an effort, that you've tried to get to know them, that you've tried to be friendly with them, but what you're doing just doesn't seem to work.
No.
Okay. Well, you say that it affects you, and outside of work, do you feel that you can let it go sometimes, or is it always following you?
No, I feel like it's always.
It's always there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, when it's always there, how do you see it affecting you outside of work? Do you see it, you say that it's always there, is it truly a constant, or do you see?
No, it's not a constant. It's sometimes I'm just doing my routine and it's thoughts that come to my mind.
Something reminds you or makes you think
Yeah.
of what's going on at work?
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought of any ways that you can avoid those thoughts outside of work so that you can leave?
Well, it's hard to avoid them when they just come to my mind, and it's hard to let them go. I just think, oh, they did this to me yesterday. Why? And just go dwell on it.
Okay. And how long would you say you dwell on those problems? Is it just momentary, or is it for a while that you think about them and really?
Well, every time I think about them, I dwell.
It stays
Yeah, I
with
can
you?
think about the same thing they did for an entire week or 2 weeks.
Okay.
Might be the same problem.
And do you feel that you make an effort to try and let go of those problems?
I don't know how to let go of those problems.
Okay. You don't try and like find something to occupy your time or anything like that?
Yeah, I do that sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't work.
It still doesn't work. Okay. What about, but the job itself, you say you do enjoy the job, is that correct?
Yeah, I enjoy doing my job, but it's hard when there's so many people involved.
Mhm.
I cannot just go do my job and ignore everybody.
Right. So, what I hear you saying is that you enjoy your job, but it's hard to ignore the things that hurt you,
Well, it's hard to ignore the other people.
hard to ignore the other people. And is it possible for you to avoid these people, or is it a situation where?
No, we have 8 people at the office, so I have to see them.
Mhm.
I bump into them when I go to the copy machine, when I go to the bathroom. I work at a small place, so
There's always somebody around.
yeah.
Okay. Has the environment always been this way? Or is it a recent development?
No, I don't know. I feel like it comes and goes and then it's the same. It's not the same people. I change the people that I work with pretty often. Like I just started working with these people around, I think about 12 months.
Okay, so within the last year or so, you started working with these
Mhm.
people. Before this new group of people came in, did you still feel this sense of, isolation and neglect?
Not as much as I feel it today.
Not as much.
At least I had 1 or 2 other coworkers that I could talk to, and now I feel like I don't have one.
So what you're saying is you feel like you're alone almost.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In that sense of alone, you say you feel outside of work because you take that feeling with you. Is that correct? Am I hearing you right?
Well, yeah.
No? Okay. And do you feel that, what do you feel you could do that you haven't done in the past? Is there anything you haven't done that you think you could do to try and improve the situation?
I don't know. I mean, what else can I do? I've done enough. I cannot bend over backwards to please these people. All I can do is smile and try to talk a little bit, but if I feel that they don't want to, then it's hard for me to
Okay.
do it.
Okay. So you're continuing to still be pleasant and cordial and everything in the office?
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe outside of work, have you ever considered about, trying to leaving all work at the office? And whenever you come home, it being a place where you can just let it go and you can relax and enjoy time with friends and family that you might have.
Yeah, I try to do that, but yeah, I do.
It's
I do try, but it is a constant.
still a constant.
Mhm.
Okay. And when you are with friends and family, do you have those thoughts of work? Like you said you have?
Yeah,
just
like every day.
Okay, every
It
day?
doesn't matter what I'm doing. Just
It just comes to you?
yeah.
Well, perhaps it might be something to consider if you try and just remain active, and when you have those thoughts, just remind yourself that you are doing doing the job correctly, that you have a job, that you can continue doing that job, and that while it may not be the ideal condition, it's still a place where you're doing your job and you feel you're doing your job well, and take pride in knowing that you're doing your job correctly. And there may be things that you can't change with other people if you feel that they're neglecting you or dislike you. Is that something you think would be possible for you to
Yeah, I can try to.
try?
I mean, it might be hard at first, but I can try to do that.
Well, I think that would be one of the best first steps in dealing with coworkers, is just to continue to be nice, know that you're doing your job well, and then just try and keep yourself active and try and keep your thoughts off of work, especially when you're not at work, so that you can just relax and try and leave it at the office.